今回は拠点で人々と話したり職業を決めたりします。
Watch your tone, young lady.
Excuse me? I'm 132 years old.
We'll talk about this later.
Out of my way.
Whoa, what have we here? Ah, the traveler, of course. Wallace said yes, right on time. Sorry you had to see that. But then again, you've been around. I'm sure you know. Families fight. Andrew Ford. Good to make your acquaintance. In the flesh. Huh, how about that? I'm sure you've got a lot of questions, and I've got a favor to ask. So let's get to it. You first. That's a longer story than I can indulge right now. Let's keep it to this. You know how some things you drink can make you drunk, and some things you eat can make you sick or sleepy? Well, other things do this. It's a big world out, Not my way. And you want to be careful what you wish for, traveler. Oh, nothing too dangerous. I've got to marshal my resources. And then we'll get into it in earnest. Not you precisely, as in name, rank, serial number. But I knew someone was coming. Our young Wallace told me. Wallace? He's a special kid. A lot like somebody I used to know. She had bad dreams too. Dreams about things. More like he can see really far into the present. Sometimes. Quite a few characters around here, I'll warrant you that. Arguing's not the same as fighting. Clem and I have known each other longer than anyone else here. That's a lot of water to put under a narrow bridge. Nosebleeds, headaches, and I worry about worse. Things we can't see so easy. It's not like there's a manual. Compared to who? Bo might be young, but he knows the run of a ward. Learned from the best. He was orphaned, just a kid. Ward 13 sort of adopted him. Ran security when he got old enough. Did a damn good job of it. Only made sense to put him in charge once we started up here. Don't think there's a soul in town has lost as much as Riggs. Don't know how that man gets up out of bed every day. I'm sure I can get you up to speed. All right, traveler. Now that you've shot your shot, here's mine. I need an able young scrapper to help an old man out. Talk to Wally. You'll find him out by the docks. After that, gear up, and then meet me at the ward gate. I'll tell you a story.
Well, ain't you a right mutter? Traipsing in here like you... I'm just pulling you. Name's Brabus, and I run security around here. Well, seeing as you got the mayor's personal approval, I reckon you his problem now. I also make sure folks hereabouts can protect themselves. Ain't just the root kicking around. A lot of folks still ain't chummy with this whole rebuilding society business. Damn straight. A lot of folks only ever learn how to look out for themselves. They don't know any different. I used to be one of them. Up until about 20 years ago, I ran a pack called the Mud Dogs. We took what we wanted and killed anyone who crossed us. It was a dog-eat-dog world back then. We all did what we had to survive. Things might be different now, but a lot of folks... Why not? Passes the time. I guess I set myself up for that one. I told you the Mud Dogs didn't take hell from no... This mutter walks into my court. I'm thinking, this'll be a fight to remember, eh? To watch what belonged to him. I figure he finally tripped the branches and I'm about to ring... That caught me. The old man wouldn't give up that watch to no... I let the Wanderer go. After taking the watch, of course. So I hear. Changed the world a few times over, that one. Sometime later, I got the nerve. He surprised me. He wasn't pissed or patronized. He didn't say nothing about the watch when I told him. Just glad it had out. Anyway, we talked a lot after that. And I told the Mud Dogs they were free to do as they liked. And the old man and I set up shop here. Kind of boring to tell you the truth, but I don't know what else I can tell you. The way they tell it, that wanderer. Yeah, they also... I ain't complaining, mind you. Oh, that old mudder. People call him Mudtooth. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but he was the leader of the Mud Dogs before I took him. Of course, that ain't the way he tells it. Well, the Mud Dogs ran for years. Started out with my old man. We set ourselves up in a place folks started calling. Yeah, I got a story or two from the glory days. I got one. There's one of my old man's tales that is. I kept him out for a while. But the mud problem was, they move fast. The old man, though, he wakes in. Well, one of his shots must have hit Alex. My dogs got lucky. Only a couple were close. Here's the thing. Every shot, the only shot, so you tell me. That's so. It was a bad winter. Real bad. There was nothing to eat, and I mean nothing. We threatened people's lives and they'd laugh. Word surprising then when the dogs turned. He accused me of hoarding, so but it was chaos. Bleeding and shouting, and it's over 100 pounds of meat on your average human. What? You think dog... I got one. First, let me ask you something. What do you do? Yeah? And what do you do when they show you the open end of a rifle instead? There ain't nothing you got what they want. Fact is, like it or not, fight or flight are your only real options. Now that's thinking like a mud duck. I said to my dogs, what's the one thing this world deadwood? I said, see, the root don't care. That's the world it was, stranger. Dog eat dog. Because traveler. All right. You ever hear of the root mother? My mud dogs caught one of these crazies. Dumb bastard. We killed him anyway, of course. That's how we found Cutthroat Channel. Once the... so the dumb... Had to take it first, and that's a thing only mud dogs could do. Well, that's so. Back in the day, whenever a group of folks came, they told them we was weeding out the weak. That particular tradition started the day Chavis and his gang rolled in, and normally ain't the trusting type. There was only 3 of them, all torn. The rest of Chavis's gang had been chewed up by... I was just about to let him join when Chavis is dead. Well, me and the boys start taking bets. After the other 2 fell, Sonny says Chavis was planning. Ever since, folks come looking to join up. Yeah, true as truth, anyway. Then why are you still standing here? Watch yourself, stranger. Wood ain't clean yet.
Greetings. Forgive me. Oh, it is new. I am Saizrak Thadwell. I sell crystals from my world. They may, of course, Paxeltech. Paxeltech, foreign to the pan, meaningless. Perhaps on Paxeltech world, but it is at home on Dwell. Gems, refined from a spec. Long and long have the Gaul used the crystal. All crystals are special. A crystal is... These crystals carry power within them. As the Ahane have done for... Yes, I am Pan, from the world of Yesha. Alas, it long and long have the immortals oppressed. The Pan have rebelled against this tyranny. When I last saw her... Yesha, not Paxeltech name, perhaps, but... the Paxeltech fort. I do not understand it. Ford came to Yesha many times. Dwell did not learn Paxeltech Ford's violence. Oh, I languished for years. Ah, yes. Crystals that the Ahan...
ここで武器を作れるようです。
Farewell.
Oh, friend. Glad to see you're all right. That's right, but everybody calls me Riggs. Speaking of which, Bo mentioned you might need some help. We all help each other out here. Even McK... You know where to find me.
Hey, let's go to her house later.
I see you, traveler. You're the one Ford's been waiting for. Though, he doesn't know he's been waiting. You know. And you don't. I'm Wallace. Did I say that yet? Probably. You have a path to walk. You choose the first step here. Yep. That makes a
回
lot of
復は
sense
重要なので、この職業にしてみました。
You're right, of course. Your path is waiting. Tell Brabus and McCabe I sent you. They have what you need. They're the next step on your journey. Bye, traveler.
What you need, Wanderer? That boy what talks to the root? I don't trust Wally with a hop. I don't reckon he was any more specific. Right. Well, the boy's crazy, but he ain't stupid. And I can see you're... if he asks. You tell him I gave you this. Ah, Riggs is gonna talk my ear off if I don't send you over to him next. Go see Riggs, then. Tell him he can do whatever the hell...
ちょっと強そうな武器が手に入りました。
I swear to God and my mother. Shit. You're serious, aren't... Alright, so what the hell is this journey? I swear, if that boy weren't so goddamn right... Fine. Well, the only reason anyone bu... So, either I can modify your weapons, or... Tell you what. I heard you picked up something... Maybe I could do something with it. There. That ought to help with whatever journey he saw you on. So we're done here, right? Or do I need the hammer? Let me save you some time so you don't keep nattering on. Then a stranger came. We called them the Wanderer. You might have noticed Now, we live in these buildings here. That clear it up for... Look, it's not personal. Pisses me off when people come by and interrupt my me time. So I'll make you a deal. You find anything interesting... Oh, and if you tell anyone I was...
Anything you need? I don't suppose he was more particular about... Ha! Yeah, that sounds like... Right. Well, I've got a pretty focused skill set. Come to me if you ever need to upgrade your... know where to find me.
準備はできたので、続きは次回にします。